Tusk paired with the Viper quite a bit in the off lane.
And Death
Or
Prophet.
they can,
But
yeah,
Death Prophet's also banned.
yeah. But Tusk is a hero that really likes to. Wait, hold on. They already have a Weaver though, so we can be fairly certain that it's going to be Weaver position 1. Either that or the Tusk is going to have to be played in the 5. You okay there, Ricky?
Yeah. No,
You've
you're
gone
good.
silent on me.
No. Sorry,
Okay.
I was double checking that your microphone was turned on.
Are you serious?
Yep.
It was turned on, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Certainly, it wouldn't be off again.
No. I took the reins away from Jerry for a little bit today just to make sure that we started off on a good foot. But yeah, I don't make those mistakes. So there's gonna be Qatar. That's gonna be a Qatar hero. The Morphling. They grabbed the OD. All right, I'm already on the side of Lava for this game. I didn't have to see the last 2 picks.
Yeah, not bad. Morphling picked up last year. They're really gonna struggle to get through the. I mean, they've got no real instant disable. It's like a super hard lockdown for them. If the OD gets on top of them with the Meteor Hammer, a lot of the time Morphling's going to be able to attribute shift off over to strength. Kunkka's not going to be able to like instantly knock him up with Torrent. You can wait for him out of the X as it comes out onto you using that invulnerability frame. Morphling is very good this game for a number of reasons. But I'm just not sure who's going to be in the 4 and who's going to be on the 5. And they have Weaver and the Tusk here. It's probably going to be 5 Tusk. 5 Weaver is pretty underwhelming.
Yeah, I think you want the Tusk in front of the Morphling lane. That would make the most sense. The one thing to note, they actually ban out the Mars on the side of Wildcard. I thought it was something that they might want, but they do have last pick, so Lava could snipe it themselves. One thing I would be interested in seeing is if they decide to take the OD to the off lane. I would actually really like OD as a 3 here with the Snapfire as opposed to running it mid. But I don't think that's going to be the case.
Spirit Breaker banned out. Beastmaster banned out. I'll get rid of the Beastmaster. Are they really that afraid of playing against it as the Morphling, or are they just worried about them playing super quick? I know the Phantom Lancer is just a super strong counter to it, so that makes sense on that ban. And of course, the Spirit Breaker gotten rid of here. Whose draft you would prefer so far here, Ricky?
If this is a mid lane OD, I am 100% on the side of Lava.
Okay, so you just hate mid lane OD.
Yeah, I think mid lane OD has less than a 10% win rate in the entire DPC.
Is it really that low? I know it was that low for China.
It's very low. It is absurdly low. It is so bad. This hero does not win.
All right, that's a new hero, by the way. Dazzle.
I like it.
We kind of ignored that one as it came out. I don't like it. Actually, Dazzle is one of my least favorite heroes. What is he going to do? Heal people to death?
That, but also put Shallow Grave on your Morphling. They could go for the axe here.
They could. There'd be a decent counter, but I'm not sure Wildcard is going to do that.
I mean, Divine Llama definitely plays it. It just comes down to whether or not he's like
Playing
feels confident enough playing it into what is probably Morphling Dazzle safe lane.
You would just get run down by that.
Okay, so here's the question: is Frank a Dazzle player or is Frank a Tusk player? Because that's what it's going to be. It could be 3-position Dazzle.
3-position Dazzle would be a throw. But you're right, it has to be one of these heroes that are super weird in the 3-position. Either Tusk, Dazzle, or Weaver. I think it'll be 3 Tusk. 3 Dazzle is incredibly game losing, especially after they removed Necronomicon from the game.
Yeah, that was fun times. Yeah,
Necronomicon? They weren't fun times, no.
No, I meant just Dazzle. Having
yeah.
it, just literally 180%.
Also not
uptime.
fun. Yeah. Also not fun.
What do you think Wildcard's going for here? It's got to be an offlaner, right?
Safe lane. Oh, it is an offlaner. They go for the Broodlast, and that is dirty. I mean, it's
Frank Dazzle. Here. I knew it.
All right, so Wildcard are actually going to win this game.
A little bit of
Lava
insider
playing
info on that
together.
one. I know a couple of people have been experimenting with offlane Dazzle recently, but I didn't know if it made its way down to South America, but apparently it has.
All right, so Lava experimenting with losing a game here in the BTS Pro Series 10. Ricky, explain to me the logic here. Why is Dazzle a good hero?
I mean, this hero is actually really obnoxious in lane,
Hmm.
specifically against melee heroes, and you are against Kunkka and Ogre. So the
Hmm.
refresh on this is basically instant. Not to mention Weaver's bugs, if I'm not mistaken. Is it the bugs? I don't actually. Okay, I don't know if the bugs extend the duration of Poison Touch, but there are certain abilities that do extend the duration of Poison Touch. So if the bugs is one of them, this lane is actually disgusting because then you
I
can't
believe
get.
the bugs are one of them.
Yeah, so you actually just like double poison touch Kunkka Ogre, throw bugs on them, and then they have to literally run back into the tower, like underneath there to get rid of the bugs and the poison touch. It's really frustrating.
Neither of these heroes are ones that struggle with dealing with poison touch or bugs, though. They've got very high physical armor.
It never
I,
goes away though. It
when it
lasts
does, you just
forever.
put it close to your tower. The issue is their wave is going to push in if you like throw poison touch off onto the heroes because it comes out in AoE. As long as you just walk in the creep wave when he throws the poison touch out, it'll apply to all the creeps.
Stay down. Stay down.
I really like the sportsmanship we got here from both teams. Cat
One
you.
US East to one Peru. Leo style. He's been advocating for this for a while. It's been interesting. All the SA teams are now trying to push a little bit further here.
They're
It's
just looking
like,
for
come
equality
on.
here, you know? I don't blame them.
Hmm. Come on, you guys. Just play on Peru servers. Right now, still the default to play on US East.
So Sam and Kim just duking it out the big boy lane. Ends up getting the deny on the ward, and as a result, Frank with a rotation on over. Plenty of damage from the tag team, plus the swarm. Cat U's gonna grab the first blood and the D ward. Oh no. That is a disastrous way to start this game.
Yeah. I mean, probably just wasn't expecting them to come in, but with 3 heroes on you with the tag team, you do end up blowing up pretty quickly, regardless of the huge amount of armor that you have in the Ogre Magi. So, there's going to be, it's still going to be 2 for 2 on the runes, but the first blood going the way of the Weaver is going to make his life a lot easier.
All right, into the game we go. For those of you who are just tuning in, it is game 1 of the day. We've got 6 beautiful Dota 2 games lined up here for the BTS Pro Series Season 10. It is Lava versus Wildcard. Both teams looking pretty good so far in the tournament, so this could definitely be a decider in terms of who makes it towards the playoffs. Upper bracket or the lower bracket.
Don't you mean Hoomst?
I mean, Whomstv. Duh. Whomstv.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. I think there's absolutely no way that with the draft, with the offlane Dazzle, Lava managed to win this game. I know you're not a fan of the OD. I'm not either. But I think that your position 3 is just not going to scale into this game. You're going to feel useless. You don't have a stun. I mean, you have a kind of a disable once you get to the 20-minute mark. You've got the Aghanim Shard. It applies the 1.25 second hex.
I'm telling you, man.
Dazzle anyways?
I'm telling you.
1.25.
It's going to scale. You don't understand. This Dazzle is going to scale.
And then you're playing into the Broodmother. You don't have any AoE clear to deal with the spiders. Divine Llama is going to be a massive nuisance.
What? You got Ember Spirit. You got Shadow Wave. This stuff. It one-shot spiders.
Shadow Wave. You think they're going to heal the spider to death?
What? No, you just pop it and all the spiders die.
White Mage alert, everybody.
But I'm excited. I'm really curious to see how this is going to play out. Mid lane, Leo style, taking a lot of damage here from the OD, Arcane Orb.
Ooh.
He's got a Fairy Fire. He ran the numbers really quick.
Yeah. That's just sitting pretty high on mana, though. Next time he goes in for an auto attack, Leo style is going to have to pop that Fairy Fire.
He's looking for the Astral play. Ooh. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, he activates the Flame Guard the moment he comes out. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's pure
I guess
damage.
you could say this Ember Spirit is playing with fire.
Go to a neph. Normally that's my job, making the bad puns, but I'll let it slide for now. But yeah, bottom lane, they do manage to find a kill onto Alex's Snapfire, which isn't that surprising. Snapfire doesn't trade exceptionally well into the Weaver. You pretty much just have to hit these scatter blasts to do so. Kataro just run to the secret shop, gonna grab himself that ring of health, sustain this lane pretty much as possible.
Ooh. Leo Style is gonna run forward onto Esk here.
Oh, Astral does come through. He's got another arcane orb, but Esk,
He knows it's going to be several auto attacks. Leo Style, he's trying to bait him out with this bottle here, but Esk, you know, man is cool, calm, and collected. He is not going to fall for that.
he's gonna go get the enemy bounty rune as well. So this is really smart. He's gonna be able to continue to sustain this lane with that bottle advantage.
I'm pretty sure S can see Ember Spirit's courier, but he's not going for it because he's worried about Ember Spirit just instantly closing the
Yeah,
gap
he
onto
definitely
him.
sees it.
Yeah,
got
he's
some
the
tangos
Observer
on
Order
it.
in the mid lane. Yep.
Speaking
I
of
would've
couriers,
gone
though,
for that
Esk
courier.
does have the Ring of Health coming out. So for him, the regen game is now actually pretty easy.
Yeah. I mean, here's the nice part about here's what Leo Style is doing here in the mid lane. Every time he drops the Astral on him, he activates the Flame Guard immediately as he comes out. Because there's no cast point on the Flame Guard, and there's a little bit of delay on the Astral Imprisonment damage, you can actually block it as you come out of the Astral Imprisonment.
Yeah.
Sam,
It's a nice
about to
little
drop
trick.
in the top lane.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, definitely. And that is the tag team combined with the Poison Touch. Very nice. Level 2 Poison Touch, a substantial improvement in damage. It's very good.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Like, you're still doing reasonable enough on the Kunkka. You're tied with Kunkka for CS, or sorry, for net worth right now. You've managed to contribute to 2 kills, but then the game goes later, and the enemy team has a Broodmother as their 3, and you have a Dazzle.
Indeed.
It's kind of like you can play some sort of cheese hero in the mid lane. You can like completely dominate your lane. But then the enemy team is like a Queen of Pain, and then you have a Treant Protector in the mid lane. These 2 heroes are not equal.
I'm sorry, are you trying to say Treant Protector is not a great late game hero?
No, not when the other team has a way better one playing the mid lane.
All right, I'll give you that one. The logic's pretty sound.
So I don't think it is winning his lane hard enough.
Top lane. Frank dumping a lot of damage into Eves. He's going to be forced to TP out, but Sam just trying to beat down the Dazzle. Almost gets the kill. Will survive thanks to the stick. But you sent the Kunkka all the way back.
Yeah. Just forced to head back to base. So waste a little bit of his time, but at the very least he doesn't end up going
Dead
down.
to Catyu, and Alex as well. He's still got the spiders on him, unable to remove it in time as Kataro grabs himself his 2nd kill of the game here on the Morphling.
Yep.
Now 5-0 for Lava.
Yeah.
Sam's dead top.
Weaver bugs ended up being the problem down there in the bottom lane. Didn't go any points on a little shredder in order to deal with the bugs to take them off super quickly. Instead, tried to go for the scatter blast build here to nuke heroes down, but I don't think it's really going to work against
Divine Llama? Oh my gosh, he almost died. They just came back to lane.
Certainly he has regen for Divine Llama, right?
He's got insatiable hunger. He just needs to right click stuff, but the problem is getting to that point. Well, Catyu getting a little bit too lost in the sauce there as ends up giving a kill on over to that Snapfire.
Insatiable hunger is not healing him too much because he was tanking up the neutral camp at the same time, so Divine Llama isn't going to heal much from that one. Does have his mana boots though.
Web regen is nice too, you know, gives you a little bit extra to work with.
Yeah, you just don't want to get blown up. Mid lane, rotation coming in.
Oh yeah, indeed
Sam
it
and
is.
Kim.
They don't actually see the Tusk under the cover of Invis, and S taking so much damage mid. Tag team doing a lot of work. Catyu grabs the kill there with that last auto attack. They're going to go and dive Sam as well on the Ogre. Should just be a matter of times. Ends up going the way of Leo Style with that 3 points Flame Guard. I mean, normally you see a lot of people max out Sleight of Fist, but I'm also a fan of the Flame Guard build. That's one of the reasons I like Ember just in general. Very flexible hero.
I mean, the extra points to Flame Guard just deals a lot better with the Astral Imprisonment being maxed out. So it's a logic behind that one.
They see Est come back in, and Katyu is here ready to go. Alex is behind him to try and offer some help. Cookie stunning up two, but Kataro able to dodge it with waveform. Double remnant onto the other side, and they just take down Esk again. He does manage to take down the Morphling, though, thanks to the Sanity's Eclipse. So it ends up being a one-for-one trade mid, but they actually lose Eve in the jungle, I guess.
Yep. Run down by the Dazzle, the Poison Touch, and the tag team, and putting in work. Down the move back up to the top lane. 10-2 at the moment. 1K net worth advantage on the side of Lava. I mean, they're winning right now. I know you're going to say that this is a cope. But I'm pretty sure.
Tell me he's going Midas. I want to see it. It's either Midas. I mean, he could go Witchblade. Witchblade's also like a pretty good item, but I don't know what this Glove of Haste is for otherwise.
It's probably Midas.
That cooldown reduction seems pretty good.
Almost certainly going to be Midas.
Sam hastening to the top lane, running on this chicken. Might regret it, as he's going to get sandwiched between him and the Dazzle. Instead, wait, what is Sam doing here? I'm confused.
His haste is about to expire.
All you have to do is let.
All right, he makes it out. Not bad. Sam will TP by a little bit of space there for that top lane.
Yep. Courier does scout him TPing out, so they do see that he's managed to make it away. Mid lane, Esk. He's about to drop.
Yeah, there is no chance he gets out of this one. Snowball in from the Tusk as well. Tag team to boot. Lil Style grabs the kill with a sleight of fist, and they are dominating here on Lava, 11-2. That being said, the net worth is not that far off for both these teams, and Divine Llama is putting in pressure on this bottom tower now.
Ketchu trying to clear up some of these spiders. He's got time lapse available, so Devi, let's be a little bit careful. He's not just going to be able to run him down, not until he's got his Orchid completed at least, and he's still working on that one. Decided to go double Sages, man. So you go through so much mana on Broodmother, but Kim.
They scout the Dazzle, so Divine Llama considering trying to make a play here, but you're right, Kim. He does have the Snowball. Will be able to buy himself a little bit of time. Dazzle behind him as well. Can get a little bit of heal damage off. Snowball does come through. On over to the creep camp. Divine Llama, though, with a nice prediction there as Esk able to help run them down. And Eves with a good crit will find the kill.
Got to get back to the tier 1 tower, though. They kind of off the ball there. I need to get their head back into the game. The tier 1 tower, he's just going to drop the meteor hammer on it from into the fog here. I was thinking about their ways back into this one. They moved all these heroes down here. If they're not going to push the tier 1 down the bottom lane, they're not going to get any extra map control, then Divine Llama's not going to be able to safely farm up this jungle. So you just start taking a couple objectives. They have a 2k net worth advantage right now. They definitely have the... I'd like to say they have the advantage in the late game, just because the only hero that's going to scale super well is the Morphling. But you don't have like an amazing hard carry against this Morphling as the game goes on. The OD is decent, as Arcane Orb is just able to like beat him down. The huge amount of armor that he has from morphing everything into agility isn't going to save him. Oh, catch you almost going down.
Yeah, he is playing with some dangerous enemies here at bottom lane as Divine Llama constantly trying to run him down. Unfortunately, doesn't have Dust to work with this.
Yeah.
Fortification will come through. Katyu, once again. Gonna get ran out of here. They get Sam, though. Interesting, mid lane. Sam will fall. They have a lot of damage coming in onto the tower here. A catapult already there. Fortification will buy it a little bit of time, but honestly, so much space being made by Katyu bottom, and now Divine Llama in some trouble as Frank makes the rotation down here. He's gonna have to make his way into the trees, try and survive this one out as long as possible. Katyu is kind of stuck here, though, on the Weaver. Here comes the X. The boat's going to come through, pulls him right back in, but the shallow grave should keep him alive. The crit, though, once again from that Tidebringer is going to find the kill, and now Eves in some trouble here as Kim continue the chase here. Snowball going to be able to connect, but the question is the damage. He's got it in the Walrus Punch. Ignite from Sam, but it's going to be another kill for the Broodmother.
Goes down to the Divine Llama for that one. Extended a little bit too hard and brings the Broodmother closer to his his Orchid.
Stay down.
No, very long way off an Aghanim Scepter. I don't know what I was thinking there. But once he's got this one, it becomes much easier to find the kills off from the Weaver and the Dazzle, and nobody's going to be able to come down here to contest the Broodmother by themselves anymore. They should be careful about how much of an advantage they're giving him. So Broodmother now finally able to farm the enemy team's jungle a little bit safe. They're not going to be able to wrap up behind them because they don't have the tier 1 to rely on anymore. And so I think Lava is just going to look elsewhere. They turn the Rise over to the mid lane. Looks like they want to focus on Esk.
You do need to be careful about the mid lane too, though, because if you do lose a fight, the Broodmother can make that rotation mid so easily and just take that tower. So you got to be very careful about that one.
Yeah. Charles has been doing his own thing elsewhere on the map, though. He's got a lot of farm too.
Yeah, he's typical Kataro, as I would say. Top lane, playing around as the Morphling. Gonna be able to drop the boat on the Kunkka, though. The rest of the team there to help finish him off. Oh, Sam caught by the shards. Nicely done from Kim, but I don't know if they have the catch. They don't. Is that a Lincoln's? Yeah, he's already got it completed.
Is.
Wow.
Yeah, completed that one at like 12 minutes. Man has been very quick with that. He's going to go for the Ethereal Blade next, just so he's able to do a little bit more damage to people.
Whoa.
Right now, his team does need that. When you have an offlane Dazzle, you are kind of lacking in damage.
Did your game just lag super hard?
Yep.
Okay.
It's possible we lost a bunch of spiders somewhere.
Oh, yeah, maybe. That might have done it. All right, mid lane, Astral gonna buy a little bit of space here for the Snapfire, but she's got the bugs on top of her, and with that Poison Touch, no way he gets out. S drops the hammer. We'll take down the Weaver in exchange.
That is what you sound like.
Not sure they're gonna be able to take anything else off of this. They had their eyes set on the mid tower for a moment, but people already in place to defend this one. Instead, they're gonna move up into the jungle, play around the Broodmother. Leo style, he wants to be able to take something off of this though. Eyes on Esk and Frank. He's gonna finish off the tier 1 mid. Divine Llama's coming to the mid lane though. He wants to show off his Orchid. Well, at least he would. Looks like everyone's gonna play a little bit further back. They smoke up on the support heroes on Wildcard. No. I'm surprised that Kunkka hasn't been a little bit more active with the rest of his team. He doesn't have a BKB completed yet, but
going for the X, trying to send the Tusk back. Snowball comes through, will connect, and he's forced to drop the boat, buy himself some space, give himself that damage debuff. Mortimer kisses up on the high ground, is going to be able to catch the Dazzle, but there's no real follow-up damage. He just activates the pig mode. And he is safe on the backside. Orchid does find the Weaver. Torrent, not there quite yet. Cookie does come forward with the soul burn damage, more than enough. Sam blocked off with the beautiful shards here from the Tusk once again, but Divine Llama in pursuit. Astral once again finding its mark, but Kataro pretty difficult to bring down now on this Morphling. There's going to be the Orchid and the Ghost Scepter buying him plenty of time. That Lincoln's now available. Fire Blast is there. I mean, they're doing a ton of damage, but the saves this time once again. S trying to channel the Meteor Hammer, but just dies in the process. And now Leo Style going for more, chasing these heroes back out of their jungle. But Sam, does he actually dodge this one out? Okay, gets a little ward drop. Cheeky little play from him. They find the Dazzle with the Orchid. Divine Llama gets the kill. Kim snowballs in. Walrus Punch on top of the Broodmother. He's got the hunger going, and he's got a lot of regen from this. Sam still trying to run. Shards will be able to block off the escape. Scatterblast gets the kill. Leo Styles' Sleight of Fist will eventually bring him down. But Leo Styles out of mana. There's the Orchid once again. The Broodmother putting in so much work in this fight, but he will not be able to get that kill alone. And now Alex, maybe a little bit too far forward, but the fight finally coming to a close.
I mean, here's the thing, Reki. You have a position 3 Dazzle, and the enemy team has a position 3 Broodmother now, and the laning phase is now over. I feel like these two heroes are not equal.
I'm curious though, because Dazzle does have that Midas. He is going for the Guardian Greaves. Once you have Guardian Greaves, that Orchid does not really bother you at all.
Yep.
Dazzle becomes pretty scary. Mid lane, Esk. Caught out of position. Beautiful play there from Leo Style with that grab. No, Divine Llama forced into his jungle. Ooh, quick bounty in real quick.
Yeah. They would invade the enemy team triangle.
Rip your courier.
It's just okay. Just a town portal scroll on it, but it might mean that Divine walks back to base to get himself another TP.
That is what you sound like.
They do set up vision inside the triangle, and they pop in, but I imagine as soon as Sammy realizes it's safe, he's going to walk on over and get the D ward.
Now, if you know another way to like get back to base to get a TP is?
No, because I know there's this other mechanic that you practice a lot. I know that you head back to base pretty often with it. I'm not familiar with it myself.
Clearly.
Yeah. I wouldn't be familiar with such a mechanic, being an elite gamer.
Dude, I'm telling you, the Shadow Wave's working. It just one-shotted all the spiders. It's good. It's good. Look at it. Meanwhile, S dies. I don't know why we weren't looking at that instead. Or S gets the kill on Kataro.
Yeah, Fire Snap, Cookie, and a Scatter Blast into OD ult. And he was sitting at full agility.
Leo style
never go
bottom
full agility,
lane, caught
everybody.
by a Fire Blast. Doesn't have a ton of mana. There's the Orchid in from Divine Llama. No chance he's going to survive this one. So 2 big kills on opposite sides of the map here for Wildcard.
Yeah. Getting the position 1 and 2. And both these heroes, I mean, the Ember Spirit I feel like is something that's going to fall off, and he's not going to scale as this game goes on. He's been forced to go to the Yules to counter out the Orchid coming out from the Broodmother, but all this guy has at this point in the game is Boots of Travel, Yule Scepter. Where's his damage? Your position 3 is a Dazzle. Where's his damage?
Kisses with the Orchid. He's going to be able to get saved for the moment, but survives thanks to the Shallow Grave. You caught the Weaver. But no detection there to actually get the kill, and in comes Kataro right on top of S. Scatterblast does come in with the Cookie. They won't be able to bring him down in time. Nice Walrus Punch to secure the kill, but spiders galore in the center of this fight, holding them in place, but Morphling still able to survive for the moment. No, Divine Llama snipes him, but in comes the Ember Spirit. Gets us 2 for 2 trade so far. Eve's making his appearance now on the Kunkka, known as the boat's not going to connect, but it's just Leo style versus 3 Cookies there. The Flame Guard is gone, and Alex takes him down with the boomstick.
Again, they just don't have damage on any of these heroes. The only person that really does anything is going to be this Morphling. I'm sure we can pull this up in the fight recap. It'll show Ember is doing a lot because he did Sleight of Fist, have Flame Guard off onto several heroes, but nobody does anything anywhere close to the heroes on Wildcard at this point. Your position 3 doesn't have much to work with. You've got Hand of Midas and defensive item. Your Ember Spirit has Boots of Travel and a Yule Scepter. It feels like they made some pretty fundamental mistakes here with their draft on the side of Lava. And their itemization didn't end up addressing any of these weaknesses.
Yeah, their itemization doesn't hit the timing of like wanting to fight right now, right? Like that's where it's different. When you look at Wildcard, they've got Meteor Hammer, they've got an early Spirit Vessel. Snapfire just in general does a lot of damage. What was it?
Where's my fight recap?
Oh, I got it. Snapfire was top damage by a landslide.
No, on Lava.
On Lava, who had the damage?
Yeah.
It was Weaver and Morphling and then Ember.
On how much?
Like, I don't know the exact numbers, like 2,500. It's not an insignificant amount of damage.
That's pretty insignificant.
Leo style. You can't really fight up into the Kunkka. This man does some serious damage. He does have a remnant to safety, but I think Sam's waiting for him. And Leo style might know. If he manages to get this remnant, he is in trouble. All right, he's going to be able to survive for the moment.
Hit him with the outplay. Meanwhile, they wasted a lot of time. Divine Llama and Sam are just standing here by the fire remnant, waiting for Ember Spirit to come back. He's gonna wait here as long as he has to.
Right into the Fire Blast, baby. They got him.
There's the tip.
Sam with the tip. You know it's coming eventually, and you know we wait for those. We wait for those.
Yeah, that's what we call a trapdoor spider, Ricky.
Oh yes, classic. Despite the appearance of a Black Widow, this one is actually a trapdoor spider.
No.
Have you actually seen a trapdoor spider make its trapdoor before? Have you watched like the? It's very cool. Highly recommend. As long as you're not an arachnophobe. If you are, then maybe not.
No,
maybe
Ricky.
not,
I hung
not
out
a
with
thing
my
for you.
friends as a child. I didn't have to watch spiders. Come on.
Dazzle. Got those Guardian Greaves done now, so doesn't worry too much about the silence.
Spiders are all going to be okay, though. At least the spiderlings, the spidites are all dead. Not enough HP. And jump the ogre.
Oh yeah, they do. Nice kill here, probably. Just gonna set this one up for Leo style. Yeah, Sleight of Fist. Securing it. That's a little bit of a revenge kill for sure. Oh, we have the Aghanim Scepter on Divine Llama. Whoa, this is not something we see picked up all that often because a lot of people don't think it's good, but
It is very good.
I do like it. The roots are pretty hilarious.
This thing is very good. I'm not sure he's going to find any kills right away with it, but against the Weaver, it's going to come in pretty clutch. It's going to be okay against the Dazzle as well.
We do have an Aghanim Scepter on Esk now, which I think if you are going to go the Meteor Hammer build, this is the way to do it, because you do need that second Astral eventually. So you have yourself a little bit of survivability, and he's queuing up the Blink Dagger next, so he'll have the just guaranteed blink out of danger.
Yep. Maybe the Orchid that Kunk is working on, by the way.
You know, this is something that we've seen people build. I actually really liked this build a few months ago when people started picking up Orchid more, and Kunkka was just like a dominant mid laner. But I'm okay with it for sure. I'm not opposed.
I like it. I think it's just super good this game, especially given that they don't have a ton of items or ways of just clicking people down. They really rely on the spells this game, so another silence is going to work wonders.
Is there a limit to the number of snares that you can have? I actually don't remember. It just has a recharge time.
Yeah, you can have 5.
Okay, yeah, 5 active snares. Yeah, it's just a paragraph of text. I had to like read through it to figure out where it was.
I don't actually read abilities, I just feel them, you know? I cast with my heart.
Yes.
Which is the most anime way of doing things.
It makes sense.
On the other side of the map, they're just farming up the triangle here. I think they're worried about fighting into the Aegis. They've got 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the Morphling. After that, they might play a little bit more in Lava's face, but I think they have to initiate onto the Weaver. And they have to commit too many resources at the beginning of the team fight, and after that, he's just going to get back up and give them the beat down.
Lava's got themselves a 2k gold lead here. Just slight advantage for them. And I'm not sure if you looked at the net worth, Neff, but that Dazzle looking pretty good.
Yeah, but it's a Dazzle. Like, he's not doing anything.
Dude, he's gonna have a Shiva's card. This guy's gonna be farmed, man. He's got a BKB. He's chilling. He's having a great time.
Yeah. 46-second cooldown magic. I mean, the cooldown reduction part is good, but, you know, you're also Dazzle.
Dude, the Midas cooldown, once you get Bad Juju level 3, whew.
Yeah.
Whew.
You just become like a really farmed hero that gives a lot of gold to the enemies when you die.
You are really hating on this Dazzle. I'm gonna make. I can't make you a believer, but I'm telling you, man, Frank will. Frank's gonna make you believe.
That. We'll see.
This looks like Divine Llama's queuing up the sheep stick here.
Yeah. I mean, Dota's a game where anything can work. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think this is the scenario for the Dazzle working.
Dude, Divine Llama is just not allowed to keep his broodlings alive. Like, every single time they show for a second, they just get nuked by, like, Sleight of Fist Maelstrom or Heal Wave, or, like, the Shadow Wave. Ogre Magi comp bottom. E-Blade combo there, more than enough damage. You could go for an Astral to try and save him, but never mind. You just get the Morphling as a trade. Weaver in trouble. Silent stuff for the time being. Frank forced to BKB. TP out. Leo Style will do the same. They're trying to get their hands on this Tusk, but he has made it to some safety, play on the vision. So, you know, you get the Ogre, but that's a costly Ogre kill.
Yeah, it is. You end up losing your position 1. You end up losing the Weaver as well. The Dazzle's forced to use his 9-second BKB. Gets absolutely nothing from it. Just forced to TP out after popping it.
It was just such a sick play from Alex. Just the instant, like, blink Scatterblast cookie onto the Morphling before he gets to respond.
Yeah, it was a very quick reaction.
Yeah, I mean, you got this Lincoln's, right? But it does not stop those abilities, so. Oh, there's no... Yeah,
his Yules is on
He's got no Yules. He's just dead. Right into the Spider Snare. Divine Llama gets himself a big kill. 500 gold as well, in the mid lane tower about to fall, so... A little bit of gold going back the way of Wildcard as they take the gold lead.
Yeah. They get the tier 1 tower as well. The tower comes in, but he's already too late, and everyone on Wildcard is going to get back to farming. 27 minutes into the game, that means tier 3 neutral items are going to start dropping. They got to find those.
Kunkka does have his Orchid going for the Bloodthorn.
No. Well, Sam uses this opportunity to place a deep ward on the enemy team's triangle. Yeah, you?
Do you see... Ooh, they'll be fine. Got the
Walking
Scoochie off
just a moment too late. Yeah.
Meanwhile, top lane, Eves doing some damage here on the Kunkka. They are set up for this with a good ward as well. Broodmother doesn't really have a ton of webs, but can easily make that rotation over if he wants. Meanwhile, okay, so he actually ended up finishing up the Aether Lens first instead of the Blink Dagger, so it gives him a little bit more cast range. I'm normally a fan of just getting the Blink first or the BKB, but it's so far worked out pretty well.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's all right. Not much of this game has me super convinced. I do say that I've been a big fan of Alex's gameplay. He set up several kills off onto this Morphling, and I think it's one of the big things that is keeping Wildcard in this.
Absolutely.
Man is playing quite well on the Snapfire.
Smoke up, and it's completely spoiled by the spider snares as they see two different groups of heroes rotating over, so Wildcard back out. Well, they find Katyu for the moment, and with the X-Torrent, falls him right back in, and Orchid to follow. The question is, can he get the save? He does from this Dazzle, but you committed that Shellgrave for your Weaver. You got to be careful now on these other heroes. They're looking maybe to take down the Dazzle himself. There's a Scatter Blast, the stun in from the Cookie. They get the kill, and now Kim in with a big Walrus Punch on top of Alex. The BKB from the Morphling doing so much work as Eves now turns his attention on over to this Ember Spirit is going to fall down. But so far, no one able to follow up the kill, but they get the Morphling again. The buyback from the Snapfire. He does it to him twice, man. The Spider Snare catches Leo style.
Spider Snare.
Oh,
all right.
no.
You were saying, Ricky, this item usually not picked up because a lot of people don't find it that useful, but it scouts out the smoke. It catches the heroes in the team fight. There's no way these plays don't happen without the Spider Snare.
Oh, I agree.
This has been such a sick pickup this game.
Yeah, it's one of those things that we don't see it all that often, but situationally, this game has worked really well because Ember Spirit hates building a BKB. He's got a Yule's, and now he just like has to get a BKB.
Yeah, 2 defensive items on top of your Boots of Travel, and again, it just means you're not going into damage, and you're not going into damage, and your offlane's a Dazzle, who just has a BKB Midas Guardian Greaves. He's not doing damage either. Barely any of these heroes on the side of Wildcard are going down in these team fights. Like, who'd they end up losing there? Alex? Yes, they ended his they ended his mega kill streak, but just buys right back in the game. They're not able to finish anybody off. Meanwhile, this Morphling is just melting to S, dropping his ultimate and dropping these arcane orbs off him, the pure and the magical damage.
Kataro did a pretty nice play converting himself in, or like morphing into the OD while his BKB was active to just jump as much arcane orb damage as he could into these other heroes. But as soon as that BKB expired, it was just Alex ready and waiting once again.
Yeah.
Leo style top lane. He does have a Yule's. Oh my gosh, the Scatter Blast timing once again from the Snapfire as he gets the kill.
Alex, he just don't miss.
This dude brought a 12 gauge today. Eves mid lane forced to pop that BKB, and looks like he's just going to TP out as Dazzle as well as the rest of the team here. Pretty scary, so doesn't want to risk
his Walrus Punch, yeah.
Esk now with the Blink Dagger on his way to the Hex, so not even worrying about going for a BKB this game. Does have another Astral if he wants to use it. Instead, he's just going to drop it on the Tusk. Alex may be considering going in, but...
No, I thought his team behind him. Tusk just picks up a BKB as well, by the way. But again, you're getting these defensive items. You're staying into the game.
Sam?
But you're not doing a ton of damage.
Oh my goodness, the Sanities. There's the Hex. Just comes in right onto the Dazzle. They didn't see it coming. He's going to be able to BKB Shallow Grave and TP home. But you got a Hex picked up by Devi Llama now, and one being built on the OD. The control that they have, the instant control that they have in this game is so terrifying.
Yeah, the other side of the team fight, they ended up losing Weaver as well. Now they're invading deep into the enemy team side of the map, and these spider snares, they can make it difficult for Lava to maneuver in their own jungle, their own triangle here.
I wish there was a map indicator for the snares, because unfortunately there isn't. Because you can see the webs, but you can't see the snares. Oh, well, Sam's dead.
Yeah, Butaro stopped
He did
just
pop
short of the
the
snare.
Lincolns, though. Oh, OD. Caught for the moment, but so is the Dazzle. His BKB back off cooldown, of course, thanks to that cooldown reduction. And the OD forced to Astral himself, rooted up for the moment, but of course he has the blink out if he wants, so he is safe. Other side of the fight, though, E's forced to BKB and TP home here once again, but the Walrus Punch there to cancel. He needs help and fast. It doesn't look like he's gonna get it. They are just gonna go ahead and give up the Kunkka here. E-Blade combo coming through from Kitaro.
Yeah, they make the call to disengage, so they do manage to get the kill off on Sammy. They get the kill off on the E's.
Oh, Devi Llama. Ooh, okay. All right.
Oh,
Pretty cheeky play there. Astral #1, though. Can they actually follow this up? All right, he's on the other side. He has an Astral from the OD if he wants to use it. Kitaro just goes in, but the Blast Rig actually saving him for the moment. A second Astral is the Spider trying to hobble away. Devi Llama, I don't know if he's making... Oh, he missed the E-Blade, I think.
I think he hit the Ogre there.
Yeah,
In fact,
the
he did
Adaptive
hit the
Strike
Ogre
off
there.
the mark. Kitaro comes in, pops that Morph, able to do a ton of damage and finally bring down that Broodmother. But as he's got an Astral for himself, there's going to be the Aegis. Where is the side of Wildcard? They're just dead forever. All right.
And that's that.
That's a sick turnaround from Lava. It's just Kitaro styling on these heroes, not giving up the chase.
Yeah, managed to find kill after kill. Unfortunately, all the waves are pushed in. Roshan not up, so they're not going to be able to take any objectives off of this one. Might be able to get... No, even then, I don't think they'll be able to get a tier 3.
Dude, that was so much gold and XP. 15,000 XP.
Okay, never mind. They'll get a tier 3. They've got a double damage in a Katara.
Oh my god. Almost 7,000 gold as well.
Yeah. All goes back their way.
As a deep
Yeah.
snowball, I'm sure he's got a blink, right? No, he just has to pop the BKB. And Sam,
Oh
Gonna
no,
hobble away.
they popped the Fortify before, and the Morph they got here with the double damage, and they're going to get a rack from this.
oh my goodness, that is a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And just like that, Lava, the ones on the aggression, as Wildcard just watching their base crumble. 2 lanes of barracks dead so quickly.
Lost everything from that one, just as they brought the game back as well. And the one team fight that they didn't manage to bring down the Morphling, he turns everything around off of them. And he finds these heroes one by one. The Save a Friend syndromes, they each try to go back in and get the rest of them out.
I guess they were all so high level, their death timers were just super long.
Yeah. This game all of a sudden, it was going Wildcard's way. All of a sudden now it is super difficult. I have Scotty being working on the Morphling now as well. Once he's got that one, I think he's going to be too tanky for them to blow up anymore. Even sitting on full agility like this.
I mean, their gameplay has been pretty cheeky for a while, right? With their itemization, the Spider, the Broodmother Ags, like OD going like the Aghanim Scepter Aether Lens, but you don't have BKBs, and that's why things are a little bit scary right now. Trying to deward this with the Spider on the high ground, but they get a sentry there to cancel it. Snares being set up by Devi Llama to try and fight inside. They manage to catch the... Oh my god, once again, it's Alex on this Snapfire, setting up a kill for the Morphling. He's just instantly dead. Kim on the high ground, forced to BKB, go for a snowball play to the other side of the fight. Gets the blink out, almost gonna escape, but I don't think it's gonna happen. The boomstick once again from the Snapfire. How many times have we said Snapfire, you know, sets up a kill on the Morphling? How many deaths does he have? 6? Probably 6 times.
Yeah, probably 6 times. Just about. The OD is putting a lot of damage, but every single time Alex is on top of him instantly, and Kitaro not able to react fast enough. But still, bringing this game back is going to be a tall order. 2 lanes pushing in naturally now. You lost so much from that previous team fight. bringing this one back is going to be tough. The double damage rune made it so much worse. I don't think that happened if the Morphling doesn't pick up a DD. Not to mention they activated that fortification before the Morphling got into the base. It was just some serious unfortunate circumstances by a Wildcard to lose that team fight into the Morphling double damage room, but that's just Dota.
That's just Dota for you, man. Yeah. Some decent jungle items dropping here. We see the Witchbane for the Radiant, and on the Dire side, they got themselves a Timeless Relic and a Ninja Gear.
Yep. Penta Edge Sword found by the Dazzle here on the side of lava.
I wouldn't be so. I mean, would you not take the Timeless Relic on the OD just for the increased Sanity's Eclipse damage? He also has Hex and stuff too, so like, doesn't all that duration
it increases
stack?
your Arcane Orb damage as well. It's spell damage.
Yeah.
Imp.
Right now he's just holding on to Ceremonial Robe, but oh, they get the Hex out onto the Weaver, the blink forward, couple auto attacks there from the OD, definitely dead, but the BKBs come out on the backside, they take down the, the Astral's actually saving Sam for the moment, baiting out a lot of time and continuing the chase looking for more, but they will not find it.
Yeah. Yes, he's hesitant to jump forward under the enemy team, doesn't have a BKB up, so they can turn things around on him fairly quickly, especially with the initiation by the Tusk. The Tusk's BKB is now on cooldown. They could try to take this one. Bottom lane is being shoved in, though. They're going to have to address this one at some point.
So much damage to this tower.
Yeah, Sol Karas is going to help make quick work of this one, but again, they need to send somebody back in order to just address the base pushing in. In fact, Leo Style is going to be the one to go back and tries to push it in further. 2 heroes TP. But
he's going to get Hexed. They get him the Meteor Hammer for vision. What a play! Oh my god.
The game sense on this man jumps into the trees, gets the exact place where Ember Spirit is, and ends up dropping that Scythe device.
Dude, so he Meteor Hammered like instantly to cancel just for the AoE vision into the Hex. Like, that is so smart.
The instant punishment for heading down to the bottom lane. I mean, he thought he'd be safe in the trees, and under most circumstances he would be. You'd think there's absolutely no way that guy kills you there, though, but as the absolute gamer.
Well, this is Aghanim, Scepter, Aegis, and Cheese. I'm curious who they give the Ags to.
They already have it on Broodmother. They already have one on OD. Alex could potentially take it, but Torrent Storm is a hell of an ability.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, if you get it for free, you're definitely going to take it. It's just so much extra control in these fights.
Yeah.
No reason
I mean,
not
it's not going to be great control, but it will contribute. You didn't end up getting the extra Torrent AoE, which kind of sucks. You don't have the extra Torrent knockup, but you'll start to unlock these abilities. You're level 26. He's almost 27, so we'll get the extra Torrent knockup in another level here. And you need reliable lockdown for the Morphling. You need reliable lockdown for the Weaver. Unfortunately, Torrent Storm doesn't grant you these things. It's not like a super brawly team fight.
Esk is invis here. He might go for the play on Akayu. He does, gets the Hex out. Will be able to make it in time on the Dazzle. It doesn't look like it's sniped by the Broodmother. They smoke up right away as they head bottom. They see the Tusk. In comes Esk once again. Astral is there. Does he have the BKB? He does. So he can't get out of it. He's going to be forced to use it, but I think they might still have the physical damage. No, just barely survives.
Well, he managed to get out, but last outer tower here now taken by Wildcard. Lost the majority of their base to that Morphling push with double damage room, but they managed to
coming
take
mid.
a lot of this back. He is.
He's forced to BKB TP out on Dazzle. He is way too afraid of them finding him.
But they force everybody back, and so this next fight they'll be able to take with Weaver, and they continue to stall out this Aegis, trying to cut this creep wave. But playing a game, cutting game against the Ember Spirit is not easy. Wildcard looking to put on the pressure. 16k net worth advantage now.
Eve's activating water mode, but taking so much damage here from the Morphling. Spirit Vessel comes out right away. Let's take a look at the graph here. This is a good time to look at it. Some peaks and valleys, you could say.
Yeah. Kunkka hotkeys. I think he meant to activate his BKB there and whack away at the tower on the high ground, and then just got completely wasted by that Morphling who hit him with the
I think it might have been
Ethereal Blade and
the
the
Torrent
Adaptive
Storm
Strike.
accidentally activated. It could have just been like
Really?
yeah, anytime you get like that new ability added on, sometimes it's on a weird hotkey if you have them customized.
Some hockey or legacy keys that Torrent Storm never ended up having.
Yeah. Because it was definitely a weird time for him to activate it.
Yeah. Are you a legacy key user, Ricky?
No, I'm not a monster.
Yeah. You know, there's some people who use arrow keys to move their camera around.
There's people who use WASD and or arrow keys, yeah.
Yeah, these people are straight up psychopaths.
I don't think it's that abnormal. Like you can use WASD to move your camera if
Oh, next you're gonna say it's normal for people to be left-handed, huh, Ricky?
What? I don't Today I learned. Yeah, I think it's totally fine, like moving camera with WASD, just because it's like technically it's better than edge panning, if I'm being quite honest. Like edge panning is the worst possible way to move a camera. I'm guilty of it. I never learned a camera drag or anything, so
I edge pan unless I'm observing.
yeah, same. Eve's bottom lane caught out, just gets bursted. Nice smoke there from Lava. Actually, were they even smoked? They might have just bursted him down. The hex that comes out from Poison Touch is pretty obnoxious. Just a little bit of a window that you need.
Yeah. It sets up for other things, and the cooldown on Poison Touch is so low that it's like, okay, well, do I BKB? This one's going to be up in 9 seconds anyways. How hard are they going to commit onto me in this 1.25 seconds? The answer that time, kind of hard.
Yeah, Walrus Punch plus the E-Blade combo, pretty good.
So
Tusk is going full damage build, man. He's taking a page out of Zen Q's book. He's got the
I like to see
BKB
it.
Penta Edge Sword, queuing up that Assault Kuros. Let's go. Smoke out here from Lava as they head into the jungle. They're going to get themselves a quick D ward, so they will know exactly where they are. As the Spider Snare also revealing some of their locations. Or all of their locations as they break 3 at the same time. But that is a swift blink on the Kunkka.
Interesting. I guess he just wants to be able to whack away at high ground and do as much damage as possible for the duration of his BKB. I personally think if he's got the Egg and Blessing, you should be going for a Refresher Orb instead of this.
So the reason I like this is you X yourself and you just blink onto the tower, click it like 5 times, and then you go back.
Yeah.
That's just pretty much the way to do it, because there's not really a counter to. Oh.
Ask. Small play police. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Why didn't he end up throwing that up? Yeah,
Could've just
Morphling's
astraled his
laughing. He's
boy.
just going. Yeah. Instead, he loses like 2,000 HP from that Morphling combo. You hate to see it. At least he's got the Titan Sliver. He takes a little bit less damage because of that.
Yeah, I believe that's the idea with this Swift Blink play, is just X yourself, Swift Blink up onto the tower, hit it, and then X yourself back.
Yeah, that is absolutely what he is going for. Overwhelming Blink is pretty useful for like staying on top of the enemy heroes, but a lot of these people either have BKBs or they've got mobility. Like Weaver just going to be able to get around with Time Lapse and Sakuchi, and everyone else on the enemy team does have a BKB completed, so the Overwhelming Blink isn't super useful for initiating these fights. They're just going to pop it, dispel it immediately.
So bottom lane, I mean, they're going to have to deal with this creep wave push at some point. The Kunkka has been the one that's been coming back to deal with it. He's got the Boots of Travel, obviously, so he can just X himself TP back to cut the wave. But these waves aren't going to stop. Like, they've got to eventually take this one all the way to the base. And there he is. He's heading back right now. Ends up not Xing himself. Instead, he's just going to go ahead and, like we said, just slowly push this one down the lane. They don't have vision of Kim, who's just here happily farming the jungle with his AC, queuing up a Moon Shard. This man wants to box.
Let's go. I mean, if he hits his level 25, he's going to absolutely destroy some of these heroes. The 12% Walrus Punch crit. We've seen this in China DPC when Tusk ends up making it into the late game and goes for carry items.
Eves does have this one creep wave bottom that he's been escorting, so with this they might be able to make it to the high ground, but it's not easy. You don't have Aegis, You still don't have the BKB on the Broodmother. Esk going for a refresher now on the OD just for the double Sanity's Eclipse. Ooh, there's your courier.
Yeah.
Dunka's here though. He's doing damage.
Yeah, he's doing exactly what you said. He goes up to the high ground. He ends up taking the majority of the HP from this tier 3 tower up here. He's gonna do it again.
Oh, Divine Llama finds Katyu.
All right, tier 3 tower down, but unfortunately they need to address the 2 catapults that are at their base at the moment.
Still X back.
Otherwise, they're
right?
gonna risk
I'm surprised
Yeah.
Sam's here though, because Eves can just X marks himself, but it looks like their push to the high ground has ended now. A 16k gold advantage, but it feels like Lava still controlling the map as Kim is still bottom lane farming their triangle and wave.
Yeah,
This
it makes
dude
it so much harder.
has been here for like 6 minutes.
Yeah, again, it makes it so much harder. These waves are just pushing in
Esk is
naturally to the side of
smoked.
Lava.
Trying to find Kim, but he went to the north. Not gonna find him.
Yeah, being 2 racks down makes the game so hard. OD's working on the pressure orb still. Probably doesn't try to finish up the Octarine core instead, but I guess he is switching between the Spell Prism and cooldown reduction no longer stacking. So he doesn't get a ton of utility out of finishing off this Octarine core. Another 7% cooldown reduction.
Oh, we're actually seeing an Octarine core being built on the Broodmother. So he did have a BKB queued up, but decides to go for the Octarine core instead. All right, Tusk has finally left bottom lane as he hits level 24.
Yeah. I mean, these waves will push in. Someone has to address this one down here. Wildcard, they feel stronger than Lava because the heroes in Lava aren't really doing damage still at this point. So they get to play around the Roche Pit right now. Broodmother's been forced to address the issue of the bottom lane though. But again, the fact that these lanes are pushing in makes things pretty difficult for Wildcard Gaming.
I like the spider snares that he's going to drop here. Just be like, okay, anyone who tries this, I'm going to find you.
Yeah. But unfortunately, you know, everybody's got BKB, so they're not going to be in a ton of trouble if they find him. As it only roots you, it doesn't give you the hard stun.
They smoke up mid lane. Who do they find? It's going to be the Morphling, but he waveforms away. Dazzle, not too far away either, so it's going to be okay for the time being. Considering going up onto the high ground, Sam's got to be careful. The E-Blade combo, they have the Astral try and buy him some space. He's just walking up like, guys, I just got to drop a ward. Here we go. Instantly dewarded and absolutely dead. He's going to buy back right away. That was hilarious.
Okay. I want to try to... All right, never mind. That's just a cope. I'll be like, maybe the moment vision be what they need to start a fight and take it. They only needed them for a moment, but that's kind of a cope.
Yeah, that was definitely a cope there, Neff. It's fine. Mid lane, though, they find the Morphling banished there. Do they have the damage? Sanity's Eclipse, it's there, but he gets the BKB off in time. Gonna be able to waveform away to the low ground, and that's gonna be a TP home. They're chasing now after Leo style. See if they can bring him down with BKB protecting him. They get the D wards.
Yeah. And now they need to move into the Roche Pit quick. Catch you. He moves around the backside. So he's gonna be able to throw the swarm into the pit. This might be able to slow him down a little bit, but Ask this OD, he does take it fairly quickly.
With Bloodthorn as well.
Yeah.
They're gonna come in as 5, and with the Morphling having been pushed all the way to the base, that's gonna be a Aegis Cheese Refresher. And an Aghanim's Blessing to boot. And this one should go the way of Alex, right?
Yep.
Who gets the eggs?
Who does get the eggs? Certainly it's Alex. They passed to Sammy for a moment, but then...
Well, yeah, goes to Sam. He has Unrefined Fire Blast now. A second stun.
Yeah.
I guess they don't really like plan to use the Gobble Up all that often. It could be cheeky with like the X play. You just like X someone and then Gobble Up him, send him into the tower. But Alex, Invis here looking for a hero. Oh, they don't manage to find the Morphling as he waveforms away. Up on the high ground, Sam in a little bit of trouble. Gets bursted down. That's going to be a dieback. Just off the mark with that rotation. Now suddenly a 4v5. Divine Llama, he gets himself a courier. Not an easy target though. 5 heroes here from Lava looking to get aggressive here as Kataro on the Morphling is so strong. Blinks aggressively up onto the high ground, but Lincoln Sphere popped now. Divine Llama on the run. Yules comes through from Leo style. He needs help and fast. Astral will be there to save him. They look on the backside. They go for the Morphling, but the time lapse is there to save him. The refresher comes out from S, but the Walrus Punch is there. He doesn't have a BKB. He tries to drop the hammer, but it's not enough damage. He goes down. Alex on the backside. Mortimer Kiss is doing so much work, but there's nothing left in the tank. Eves, he goes down as well. The Walrus Punches from Tusk, they're doing work. It's 4 heroes dead. Eves finally able to take down Leo Styles Kim with the Walrus Punch, comes out onto the Kunkka. Snowball over to the backside. He's gonna be able to BKB, TP home, not in time. Alex now in trouble as he's trying to make his retreat into the base.
Oh, no.
Suddenly
Cookies
Lava
forward.
on the aggression as they take down all 5. They force a buyback, and now the base exposed as the creep waves are here.
Yeah, these other heroes do have buybacks. They might be trying to bait Leo Style into the base and finish him off. In that case, they might be able to turn this game around. But question is, if Lava go that far forward or they stay disciplined and go for this top set of racks, they're going to have to buy back regardless here on Wildcard. But they're hoping that they dive the base on Lava.
The buybacks coming through, the immediate blink outs. They will try and take down Dazzle, but of course protected by the BK. Astral, though, on the front side, managed to catch Leo Style, his BKB, and TP out. They have no bashers, nothing to stop this.
Yeah. No BKB piercing disables on the side of Wildcard Gaming, and maybe he was thinking about it after that last team fight, but right now they've got other things to worry about. Have to push these lanes, and using buyback on everybody means that they cannot run a risk of losing another team fight like that. In fact, if they lose a single hero, they may not be able to play this game anymore.
That was like a 16,000 gold swing going the way of Lava after that engagement, as now I'm really starting to feel the OD effect, man. This hero's late game is just so bad. But he's got a refresher. See if he can make it happen here. Broodmother mid lane forced to BKB as he was caught by the Gleipnir, or Atos, not Gleipnir. But that means no BKB for a good while here on Devi Llama.
This refresher orb on S could be an issue, though. Double Hex coming out of the double OD alt.
Dude, the
It can
Lincoln's
output a lot of
cooldown
damage.
on Dazzle, 6 seconds.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
That is absurd. He just walks around throwing it on the Morphling.
Yeah, Morphling's got 2 Lincoln Spheres. One with a 6-second cooldown, one with a 12-second cooldown.
What a fun game to be, Dazzle. You're like, "Oh, I'm just going to walk around and throw Lincoln Spheres at you the whole time."
Backs against the wall inside their base. I think this is just how the game is going to go for the next couple of minutes, at the very least, until we see a Roshan respawn, or maybe Lava going too far forward and getting punished by Wildcard, but I don't think they're going to make that mistake. They've made it too many times before. So both teams are probably not going to see too much action from them.
So they picked up a few refresher shards, or not refresher shards, refresher orbs. Eves has his own, Esk has his. I'm just wondering, you know, at what point do you just, like, I feel like you need a basher. Like, you need an Abyssal Blade or something on one of these heroes. And the only person who can really build it is the Kunkka, and he just queues it up, finally.
Yeah. It does need to happen. The Refresher Orb, I think, had to come out first, though. In fact, I was surprised when he had the Swift Blink come out before the Refresher Orb. But yeah, the Abyssal Blade absolutely necessary because they don't have a ton of single target damage to burst people down in the time they can actually activate a TP.
Yeah, they have yet to break the high ground as Wildcard, so they're just constantly on the back foot with this map pressure. They have no real way to leave the base now. The gold advantage basically gone.
And it'll start to skew the way of Lava. The next, again, 2.5 minutes until Roche respawns. We're not going to see any action, and it could be another 3 minutes after that. At that point, we're starting to think about tier 3 neutral items. What's everyone working on now? I mean, we're far past level 25 on the Tusk. He got his Moonsharded Penta Edge Sword, so he could get lucky and keep people perma-stunned inside these team fights.
He's got a refresher queued up, which I actually like. Just double BKB, but also just the double guaranteed Walrus Punch is sick.
I don't know. It's okay. They
Gonna
smoke up.
here. Get ready to see what they can find, and the spider snares find them both, or all of them again, so they know exactly where they are here. As S continues running bottom, he's gonna just TP it back to the base. He's got the backpacked ninja gear, so he always feels a little bit safe making those plays.
Yeah. And he has the negative scepter, so he's able to apply damage in AoE.
Who?
OD.
Oh, yeah, he's had the yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't need to reveal himself to the creep wave in order to push. He can just smoke Astral Imprisonment the wave, and then he's shoving that way.
Yeah.
It does need to be shoved in, though. Again, these super creeps are a huge nuisance for them.
Another smoke in the mid lane. Looking ahead top, but again, the spider snare is all around the outside of the base here.
How many more smokes do they have?
I think Kim just used 2 in a row, so they find the Kunkka. He needs help and fast, but he's not gonna get it. That's a dieback on Eves.
A single mistake costs you everything. 120 seconds without him, they might just lose the game off of that one.
Yeah, that's a rough one. Yeah, I'm just gonna get popped there on the Weaver. I mean, you gotta do something here. Esk, yeah, he does a lot of damage on the OD, but he cannot do it all alone. The Hex into the Astral, a little bit of miscommunication there, just trying to slow this one down. But he's just gonna force the BKB. Now chase for more, looking to get on top of him. No, he's gonna back on out, a little bit too aggressive. Mortimer Kiss is coming through to get the Hex onto the Ember Spirit, but the Shallow Grave to save him. The time lapse as well. The backside of the fight, Divine Llama goes in, gets Hexed. Instead, the turnaround, the Walrus Punch from the Tusk isn't enough. Divine Llama trying to hobble away. That's another dieback, and Sam inside the base. Save for a moment with an Astral, but it's not gonna be long enough as they look to finish this game off. Lava get themselves the GG in game number 1 after 58 minutes.
A couple of clutch plays from this Snapfire, finding these kills off on a Weaver. Got them an advantage for a little while, but the game became so much harder when the Morphling picked up that double damage and after taking the team fight and people died one by one on the side of Wildcard. It sucks to see them claw their way back into this game, but Lava looking like in excellent form. I definitely think they have some drafting issues to address here. This game never should have been as difficult for them as it was. They definitely outplayed Wildcard over the map, but they didn't have the heroes to do damage partway through this game. So some team fight issues from the side of Wildcard, a couple of drafting issues to work on Lava, but I ended up being wrong. The position 3 Dazzle did end up working in the end. They ended up taking the first game of this series, though it did take them 58 minutes to get there. So some things to tighten up on, but hell of a game to start the day on, Ricky.
Dazzle doubters in shambles, man, in shambles. But yeah, I liked it. I'm never really a huge fan of the OD going into the late, like just in general, let alone into late game, just kind of seemed to fall off. But like you said, Lava took really good opportunities to push this game in their favor. But we've got game 2 after that absolute madhouse coming up in just a little bit, everyone. So stay tuned for more. We'll see you after just a short break.